John, remember that StarCraft-inspired construction mech I was working on, the SCV to be exact? It's got a drill arm for one arm and then a welder for the other.
Vaguely?
I literally just repainted it and it works just fine.
Nice.
I mean, it drifts here and there, but minor details.
Yeah. Okay, Clark, if you want, feel free to help me finish this construction over here.
Yeah. Well, okay. Honestly, I want to finish dismantling this spaceship because it's bothering me, but then I'll be right over with all of those parts.
Fair enough.
Assuming that, you know, it doesn't take me 5 more trips to get them all. Also, there are just some things I can't dismantle because, like, I can't get low enough to the ground on them. I don't get if I'm missing something there. Like these guys. You know, I'm crouching and you just can't get them.
Fly.
So you have to slam into the ground to get
those.
those.
Turn on your jetpack and face plant.
Okay. I'll get all the other ones first. Also, this one's on fire.
Okay.
So, have we started a good mining rig now? Because there's a giant hole where this giant drill is, but it looks like you drilled way too deep. This guy over here.
Oh, that Nick made, yeah.
Did he actually get a lot of material from it?
That was ice. That was all ice.
It was ice until you hit bedrock.
It was ice until I hit gravel, in which case the survival kit probably converted it into iron or something.
Yeah, I mean, that's very useful. You basically need to dig into the hillside to get stuff. And me and Jacob on a different world earlier today were designing a giant, drilling and mining vehicle.
Could I operate this drill, like, in a hole next to this hole and get us some more ice? Do you need more?
Did you realize you were being hurt?
Yes, I fell all the way down, but any chance that do you need more ice?
I don't know. Maybe?
Because I'm thinking, you know, building all these spaceships and then not having fuel would be stupid. And that's something I think I know how to do, especially with, you know, equipment that isn't completely broken. Although it does look like you guys found, fix for the drill. Oh my god. Wow. Built a Grand Canyon over here. That was just last week, right?
Actually, I think that, well, part of that was today, I guess.
Yeah, well, good job on that. Yeah, so I'll finish off this spaceship. And then, what are we building?
Well, currently I'm building an extra set of landing pads. It just needs steel. It just needs steel plates over here, I'd say.
So then, we build the spaceships. What needs to be in the spaceships? Because you could make a steel box, but that's not going to help us, like, beat the bad guys or anything.
Yeah, well, we're going to need, obviously, control systems. Nick, do you have, now that you have all your blueprints back, do you have a blueprint you think we should build for Battleship?
I have one in mind.
Okay.
Make sure it's tough, because we don't know how many drones we're going up against.
You remember that hammerhead made out of solid heavy armor blocks that I dropped on you one time by mistake?
That you dropped on me one time by mistake, yes. I do.
The one where its only major weakness is if it's an atmosphere and you shoot out the hydrogen thrusters from below, it'll drop like a rock.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that would work.
It's got all the gun ports you'll ever need. Just replace the turrets with, well, heavier guns.
Why can't I gag me to the spoon? I can't get these ones. That is really annoying.
Like I said, you have to fly and faceplant yourself.
Yeah, I did that. I did that and I still can't get them.
You have to finagle it a bit.
At some point, it just won't matter because they're like individual pieces of steel. And compared to what we're trying to do, it's not that important.
Energy critical.
As I smack myself into a spotlight.
Low.
Everything's low.
Fuel critical.
I'm fixing it. Stop blinking.
Yeah, so some of these parts I can skeletonize instantly, and then some of them just stick there, and no matter how much colliding I do with it, it's just not going to go away. So I'm just going to kind of leave those, because it's not worth it at this point.
I'll get them.
We're talking like individual flat panels of crap.
Probably have one steel plate in them each.
Okay. Ooh, I died.
What?
Died of slamming into the space station because I thought that I could fly. Better than I could. So let's see where the body went.
I've expanded the landing area. By the way, Nick, this massive hammerhead, do we want to try to... How big is it anyway? Can't quite remember.
This backpack had all the stuff in it.
It's
Where did it
at
go?
least 100 meters long.
Okay, I feel like we're not going to be using a 3D printer for that.
I don't know, you could 3D print it in sections and then move those. Maybe.
You want to use the space rig for that.
What's
A
space
rig
rig?
in space.
What's space rig?
The one I'm making.
Cool.
Okay.
I mean, you'll want to get your butts up here and then use the massive station I'm building to 3D print it with the resources you harvest down there.
Exactly. Well, I'll probably at least comprint the large 3D printer down here, just for the sake of constructing extra vehicles that can travel from orbit. And any other additional things we need down here. Speaking of which, where did it go?
Also, you guys built a mining rig that also got stuck in a hole?
That's Nick's. And yes, it got stuck in a hole.
Do you think you can get...
Do you think my truck stuck again?
Do you think we could get that out, or does it need to be disassembled?
It's currently sitting in a crater.
Right. Well, I was thinking we just dig the crater out. Dig some of the crater in.
No, I wasn't the one driving.
Oh,
good. Pistons here do extend far enough. Nice.
Oh, the wheels are still spinning on it, Jonathan.
Yes,
wow.
they are.
How? Oh, look, I'm flying! Launched me.
I'll see if I can get that thing out of the hole.
Well, I was just thinking I could drill a hole to help it get out.
This thing probably isn't enough.
That's a thing I could do if you're not in the middle of constructing it.
Thrusters online. Alright, I'm coming over. Gosh, stop doing that. Jarring mess. Okay. Is there a piece or something missing?
Oh, you're gonna helicopter it out.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, like some of the armor blocks fell off, but I think it would still run. And then we need to figure out a way that we can use some mining vehicle in a way that doesn't get it trapped in a hole. And I don't know how to do that.
I don't know what's up with the camera on this thing, but it's leaking out whenever I try to go behind it.
Is that because the frame's in the way?
No, I don't know what it means that there's something in the way, but I don't know what. I don't know.
So how do you pick it up?
This thing has magnetic plates on it.
That's cool.
In other words, the landing gear.
Oh, no, wait. It's probably way too heavy because it probably has a bunch of material in it. So let's get in there. Oh, never mind.
There we go.
Yeah, and then just kind of drop it.
Can you get in and tell the wheels to stop spinning?
Where's the driver's seat?
Oh, it's missing. It's fine, I think. Don't tell me it's trying to drive away.
Well, where's the inventory on this?
I think it's mostly gone.
What I mean is, like, where's some kind of access point I could even get into in the first place?
Also, this thing is...
Yeah, press K to open terminal. Okay, there's nothing in there. Well... Yeah, it's got cargo containers galore, but nothing inside. Okay, so there's no... Yeah, okay. Drill. Where's the wheel? Yeah, toggle block off. Let's just turn all the wheels off.
That's what this is. Found you. Okay. There we go. Now I can look every which way I want. There are some loose gyroscopes inside. Yeah, if you can get that thing back up and running, Clark, feel free to.
I would need to build a driver's seat on it,
Yes.
right? And I can just stick that on?
Yes.
Okay, because until it does that, it will just be spinning around in circles.
Also, I'm going to make exactly one more of these utility vehicles.
Those...
Try if you want to try to use it to help me disassemble the old welder and build the new one.
That'd be cool.
That
how do you build it?
We're gonna build it with the old 3D printer first.
So I just push a button and it makes that?
Yeah, kind of. You need to watch for if it's missing any components. It will tell you on the panel.
Okay, and then I find those components.
Then you tell the assemblers to queue them up. The new 3D printer model does all of that automatically.
That is very cool.
It queues any missing components up. But in the meantime, well, actually, here you want to. Have you even seen this?
No, I have no idea what this is
then
or
come
how
over
it works.
here. I'll show you. In fact, I'll let you. So you can see a little panel here. It's giving a little printout of what's going on. It's currently in idle. There's no warnings, so it means everything's going fine. Basically, if there's any missing components, it will show up in the little missing components section.
What are ignored components?
Missing components that are ignored.
Okay, so like, yeah, it's missing, but we don't care.
Yeah. If it has any missing components, it immediately stops welding.
And then you go get the component.
Yeah, and then you need to go and manually tell the assemblers to make them.
So I can just push the weld button.
Yes. And retracts the welding system. And there it goes.
This is wild. How did you come up with this? Wait.
No, that's it.
Oh, yeah, it's not... Does it have enough materials to make anything?
Oh! Hang on a moment. That was a dummy. Yeah, the blueprint isn't actually connected to anything.
Oh. It's got to be touching that little thing?
Yeah. Hold on here. We have to have one block there. In other words, it literally wasn't buildable. Okay. Here.
Okay, yeah, I want to watch this.
Now it should work.
Weld! Oh, I have to push the button.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now as it raises up.
Wow. Yeah, and then it moves up one level and does it again.
And we're missing 6 large steel tubes.
Okay.
Or at least, well, it means 6 of the welders couldn't be restocked with large steel tubes, is what it means.
Well, how do we fix that?
Go to the assemblers and tell them to make some.
That's the survival
No
kit.
fuel.
How do you get to the assemblers again?
Yeah, just go into the inventory and access them.
Like... production?
Yeah, they're in production.
Yeah. Okay, and then I need large steel tubes.
Yes.
No, I need to... Okay, first I need to go into my G menu. Then I need to do large steel tube. What? Air tube.
You don't go into the G menu for that. You just go to the assemblers and tell them to queue up a large steel tube.
I don't know how to do that.
In the production tab,
Right.
you just see where it says survival kit. That's a drop-down menu.
Oh, okay. Assembler. And then I can say stuff like...
You're not in the assembler.
Yeah, there we go. Steel tube. Except...
You need a large one, yep.
Yeah.
And you can shift click to add, like, 10 of them at a time.
Oh,
Or
that's
100.
100. We don't need 100. We need like 6. Okay, I think that's enough. So now let's look at... Those are not steel tubes. Where did they go?
what go?
The large steel tubes I just made.
Oh, they're probably in the assembly.
Well, that would make sense. Okay. Welder... You have 49 welders. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cargo container. I don't see that. Why don't I see them?
See what? The large steel tubes?
Yeah. And then you even search for tube and it doesn't show you.
It's possible they were used up.
Oh, by the... Okay. Does it say that we're still stuck on steel tubes?
Yeah, it says we're still missing some.
Okay.
They,
Well, then that might have been it. It was
up.
assembled and then... Yeah. Okay, assembler. Well,
Yeah,
then let's
and also
make some
there's actually
more.
one slight problem with this current printer.
How about now?
And that is that, as I discovered, if you make some of the,
That is really cool. You just built a spaceship.
Yep. Yeah, except the ion thrusters are not actually supposed to be built because we don't have the components for them.
So
Yeah, some of the welders were made in creative mode, and they're still acting like they're in creative mode.
yeah,
So basically, I'll just get rid of them on this ship, and then we'll be good.
but yeah, the ion stuff you didn't need anyway.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right, I'm gonna make sure the. Okay, thrusters are online.
If we used explosives, couldn't we just blow up this rock and then pick up the ice without having to mine anything?
The explosives would remove all of the.
Oh. I just wanted to blow it up and then take it out. You know, like old-timey miners would do. I mean, new-timey miners do it too, but, you know.
Okay.
It's flying! Hooray!
Noom. Ta-da! We now have a new little utility ship.
So, if I get in it, if you could tell me how to fly it, that'd be great.
Yeah, give me a moment. I need to do a, because, like I mentioned, the ion thrusters are technically not allowed right now because,
Ship fuel low.
we don't actually have the components to make those. So I just,
Ship
modified the
fuel low.
current ship to not have any ion thrusters.
What do they have instead?
Just iron armor blocks instead.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna pretend this ship that we just built is the exact same. And
Except...
just make a copy of the other one. There, ta-da! Nobody
Wow,
saw
look,
anything.
it's so different.
Yeah. There. Now we have... But we did legitimately build both of these, so... I'm just copying the other one just so that I don't have to replace all the ion thrusters again.
Also, where are these? Oh, there they are. Okay.
Yep.
Also, that ship over there, does that one work?
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Oh
Looks like it does.
yeah, I think, actually, this was... Yeah, this was one of the ships that was printed on the 3D printer, actually. This entire little ship was.
That's cool.
Yeah, this was a blueprint that I think, like, Jacob found in the workshop.
Well, I might try and fly that after you tell me how to drive your orange box.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The orange utility ships, yep. Construction ships.
How are they just sitting there floating without, like, using energy?
They are using energy.
Oh, okay. I was like, it's magic.
It's magic. Yeah.
So, how do I get
I'm
in?
gonna park the, park it. There we go. Alright. How do you get in? Well,
Oh, there we go. Right in the
how do you
front.
think?
Blam.
The cockpit's right in the front, yep.
Now what?
hit P to unlock the parking brake and take off.
How do I go up?
Space. It's the same controls as your jetpack.
Oh, okay. How do I look around in a view that isn't just this little box so I don't run into stuff?
V,
oh, okay.
and then hold Alt. And you can move around and also zoom in and out using the scroll wheel.
Okay. That makes sense. Cool.
And then when you let go of Alt, it locks to that view. When you're outside the
right.
point.
Okay. Because I want to make sure I don't, like, hit stuff.
Yep, and just make sure to watch your power levels.
Well, right now they're all at 100, so I'm...
Well, if you notice at the bottom right, it says how much time you have until the batteries run out.
Oh, that's cool.
That will change depending on how much power is being used, so keep an eye on that.
Right. Right now it says I can do this for an hour.
Yeah, you can hover in place for an hour, but moving around, you lose, like, you end up with half as much.
So what am I doing?
Well, for right now that we have two of these guys, well, first off, we actually need to partially dismantle this, this welding assembly here, because, I made a slightly different design for it. So basically activate the grinders on this thing and just start grinding away.
That's a welder, that's a grinder, and we are doing what?
We are getting rid of the welders on the outside of the... So the welders on this center line here, we're gonna leave them in place.
But the ones on the edge need to go.
Yep. The ones on the entire outside lines here need to go.
And if I grind them, will the parts go in my inventory?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, they will. Just beware that the more you grind, the heavier your ship will become, and the more difficult it will be to fly. So...
That would make sense. Oh.
So in other words, try to keep yourself as level as possible, because the reverse thrusters on these are strong, but they're not infinite. So if you're pointing down far enough and you get too heavy, you will start falling.
falling.
Yeah.
Freaky. Oh, is there like an inventory button so I can see? Oh, here we go. K.
Yeah, or K. To see,
yeah, and that tells me how full everything is.
Yep.
I am not full at all. Oh, if I take off just the conveyor part on the top, the other part comes off too.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like I'm losing material or anything.
Yeah, if you start seeing components drop after you finish grinding, that
means I'm full.
Yep.
Well, I'm surprised at how fast this is.
Yeah. That's why putting grinders and welders on ships is very useful. So they can grind and weld things a whole lot faster than your single engineer. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised at how much these things can carry.
Yeah. My inventory makes it look like I'm not full at all.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'll use a bunch of the spare components to help weld up the center line of welders. Or actually, oh, you know what? Yeah, we probably need to get rid of the center line as well, because it's not built correctly. I just realized.
Well, so what does remain on this?
Nothing except for the pistons.
Okay.
Guess I'll just start from the other end again.
Stuff fell off.
Yep, and like I said, obviously also the things, side thrusters are only so powerful, so if you roll too much, you will start strafing.
That is funny. Okay, I should park.
Yeah, there's a, if you go back to the landing pads over there, there's connectors on them that connect up to the rest of the grid.
How do I park nicely so that I don't...
Be very careful.
Shit. Well, we can... You're right about the whole falling thing. Well, I don't think anything broke. It said I'm at 100%. I don't see any parts that fell off. I think I just bonked it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to do...
Yeah, when you're heavy, you got to be very careful of the downward thrusters.
That
because
was
you will fall very
cringeworthy.
quickly.
Oh, I'm straighten.
Straighten out. Yep. There you go.
No.
Roll to the right. Roll more to the right. There you go. Now just don't touch the Q and E's. And yeah, that's it. Just aim for that center one and then probably just spin around 180 degrees.
I'm gonna... I changed the view so I can...
Yeah.
And you want me to spin like that?
Yep, just 180 degrees. Roll a bit. Roll to your right. To straighten yourself out.
There. And then just... float over the parking spot.
Yep, and then quickly tap the...
Yeah, I'm tapping it one little tap at a time.
Also, another trick you can do is just briefly turn off the inertial dampers to also drop. That will drop you slower, but also if you don't turn them back on, you will continue falling.
Yeah, I don't like turning off my inertial dampeners.
Alright, yeah, you're almost there. Just back up a little bit. Back up.
Oh, other way.
Yep, you're almost there. Just keep going.
Oh, a little bit. I'm watching on your screen because it's right there, and then I can park.
You're good. Yep.
Blam.
Park, and you're locked into the grid.
Ta-da! And now we can take all the stuff that we just...
Yeah.
We can take all the stuff that we just mined, and it will go into the system.
Well, I think you have to do that manually, but basically just go into the inventory
and then dump it into the...
Yeah, and just transfer it all to like one of the large cargo containers.
Okay. Oh, I'm in the platform now, not the ship. So when I plug into this, I don't see my ship, I see the whole platform.
Yeah. So just hit I and you can access the grid, the combined grid of both your ship and the
Okay. Show only inventories of the current ship?
Yeah. And then if you go to the left, well actually here, can I see this?
Yeah, how does this work?
So you're currently in the
oh, there we go.
Let's do this.
Yeah, and then the total inventory of everything.
And then where was it? Show all types of inventories. Filter storage inventory, so it just shows the cargo containers, and then we'll just look for something like, well, that if it's blue, then that means it's part of the ship you're in. So this cargo container is actually on the utility vehicle.
Yeah.
However, as you can see, this is orange, which means it's part of the base.
So I can put stuff in there.
Yeah. So if you just like select this guy, I think. Yeah, there we go.
And then I can transfer it with that.
And then, you can just hit this button here. Ta-da!
Now there's still some things, but wait. Yeah, there's still a bunch more things. Deposit everything.
Yep.
Almost everything.
Yeah, it looks like,
Where's the... Oh, the O2 generator.
Yeah, you might want to keep some ice in there.
Yeah, keep some ice in there.
Alright,
Okay.
and that's that.
Wow, look at that.
And that's it. You've transferred everything to the...
Ta-da!
The grid.
Okay, cool.
It's that easy. Alright, and then just hit P, take off, and then head back
Fly over. So what are we doing now?
Well, also you see that on the
everything.
ground? That's actually a broken construction down there.
Do you want to disassemble that too?
Completely disassembled, yep.
Okay. I might not be that good at assembling, but disassembling I can do that all day.
Now with these things, it's pretty much the same as disassembly. The assembly process is.
No! I pushed the F button and then, you know, flew out of my spaceship like a dummy. Okay. No.
Yep. And you know how to straighten out. And just take it nice and steady. That's all you really have to do.
Yeah. I feel like this is the same problem that we have with helicopters too. No matter how lightweight they are, if you turn too much, you start strafing.
Yeah, well, these utility ships do not have very powerful side thrusters.
Well, they don't need them.
Quite frankly, I didn't design this ship to need them.
Yeah. Okay.
It has extremely powerful lift thrusters, which enables it to carry extremely heavy loads, and also pretty decently powerful forward thrusters. But most of the other thrusters are not that powerful because they don't need to be.
Okay, so now I can take all this junk apart.
Yeah.
Without crashing, because I must be really close to the ground.
Yeah. But yeah, these things can take something of a beating. Well, they're definitely not invincible.
I'd like to not test out just how much of a beating they can take.
Yeah.
How about that?
Jacob has done a plenty good job of testing that. Yeah, it's just...
Oh, it all fell over.
Yep, it's currently loose on the ground, so...
Ooh, looks like everything just came loose on the ground. And then I got about 30 minutes left before I have to go, but then we're building what?
Then we're going to be actually building the big 3D printer.
This isn't the big 3D printer?
No, it is.
It looks pretty big.
Part of it, yeah.
Okay.
It's just currently the old construction.
Crap on the ground.
Was a bit busted.
Oh, what was that?
Slow down. Good.
Yeah, I just heard an explosion.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like you broke off your grinder.
How?
You probably thrust it into it a little too hard.
Are you serious? Okay. Let's park.
There you go. P for park. And, yep, there you go. But yeah.
How did that happen?
It looks like...
Wow.
Although, luckily, it looks like that's the only thing that went missing.
Okay.
So just go grab components for a small ship grinder.
Is it specifically called a small ship grinder?
It's just a grinder for a small ship.
Grinder, okay. I will look that up.
Ow. What did I just smack into? Oh, the support structure.
Yes, I've done that part before.
Okay, cool.
A couple times. It's a lot of...
Okay, I got good news and I got bad news.
What?
Yeah, what's up?
Good news. While the blueprint should function for battle against the drones, here's the bad news.
What?
You see, it needs nuclear reactors and more hydrogen than you will ever imagine.
Wow. Okay, so then ice time it is. But also, where are we going to get...
reactors, that's going to be very hard to come by.
Well, yeah, where are you going to get uranium,
asteroids,
though?
Pretty much.
The moon,
Oh.
asteroids.
Is there a way we could not do that?
Yeah, we'd have to retrofit the blueprint with batteries instead.
Oof.
We could see about working. I was actually thinking of designing like small, like heavily armored battleships that we can just like quickly print out and like make a couple of them.
The closest thing I have is the lightly armored Hellgast cruiser, which is small, lightly armored, but it has a crap ton of guns on it.
Does it have? Is its cockpit covered in windows?
It has a window at the front of the cockpit.
Okay.
A singular window.
The ships I'm thinking of making a blueprint for are basically just a submarine. Like a tube surrounded by
A bunch of metal.
Yep, a tube surrounded by heavy armor, and inside is and you see out with cameras. And just it also bristling with guns on the outside.
Well, let's see here. The current blueprint I have for the Hellgas light cruiser has a single forward-facing railgun, 2 forward-facing artillery guns, large ship by the way. So here that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is there a chance that we could find any...
4 artillery gun turrets, 2, 4, 6, 8 assault cannon turrets, a crap ton of spotlight turrets. So here that's 8, 9, 10 Gatling turrets.
I mean, I'm aware.
All evenly spaced out around the ship.
I'm sure they'll be fine in terms of firepower. I just don't know how long they'll last. Is my concern.
It's comparable in scale to the red ship, and yeah, if you max out the targeting range on these things, most stuff doesn't really get close. And if you have 3 of them flying in formation, oh boy.